YouTube, what is up, guys? Listen, today we are checking out the Tomb45 Babyliss clipper. Here it is right here. We're going to be unboxing, we're going to be using it for a cut, and we're going to be talking a little bit about Chris Bosio. Stay tuned. Guys, take a second, hop down below, hit that hype button, like, comment, subscribe, please. Leave me something, anything. It all helps. Appreciate you. Thank you. So the blade that is installed on the clipper is a black Mim blade, all right? It has an oil reservoir that oils the clipper automatically throughout time. The blade is also considered a fade blade, which comes to a nice sharp point and has excellent zero gapping. Now, the lever on the clipper is nice. It is a 5-position click lever, and it is also very ergonomic. It has a nice feel to it. It works well. It's smooth. And the motor is a dual speed motor, okay? So when you turn the clipper on, it'll start off at 6,800 RPM. You'll hold the Tomb45 button that's right above the power button, and it's gonna bump it up to 7,500 RPMs. And in order to get it back down, you have to hold the button again. And if you turn the clipper off, it'll start back at 6,800. This clipper has 2 high-capacity lithium-ion batteries. You will get 4 hours of runtime with this clipper. That's also a very good stat, knowing how much light is on the clipper. So to have 2 batteries, perfect. This way they kept the actual running time high. Props. One of the best parts about this clipper is the ergonomics. Now you do have a rubberized grip on the sides and the back of the clipper that match the ergonomics of the clipper itself. And it is a nice textury, rubbery feel, and the texture comes from Tomb45 etched in the little small decals all over the grip itself. And on the front, you have your indent where you put your thumb. So the clipper does fit nice in my hand. On the bottom of the clipper itself, you do have the standard Babyliss cable you can plug in and charge it. You also have Type-C charging, all right? This should be standard across the board. Every single clipper or trimmer should come with Type-C. I'd love to see that for everything, not just certain clippers or trimmers. Also, this clipper comes with wireless charging technology, okay? I hold that near and dear to my heart. So when you take a clipper and you stand it up, you always run the risk of knocking it over, even on the docking station. The guards, to me, I think are some of the best guards I've ever used. And I don't say that often because I think they cheap out. Not they as in like Babyliss, but every company cheaps out when it comes to guards. It's all the standard crap. These guards are definitely high quality, easy to pop on, easy to get off, and they work very well, right? They're sharp, they come to a nice point, durable plastic. They blend very well into each other. And the half is huge on any guard system, any clipper. The half is huge. It needs to blend perfectly into the clipper itself. It needs to blend into the one, right? This half guard is perfect, right? And it was made in such a way that typically Babyliss has guards that when you close your clipper all the way and it's zero gapped, it will be grinding a little bit. You'll hear the teeth of the blade hit the guard. These are made in such a way that it doesn't happen, okay? So right here, just to get a good look, this guard right here is one of the best guards made, in my opinion. Right? I've gone through plenty. I've gone through a crap ton of guards. These are some of the best right now. Comes with 6 guards. You get from your half, 1, 1.5, 2, 3, 4. I'd like to see more. I'd like to see all the way up to number 8. I like 10 guards in there. They gave you 6. Good enough, but I'd like to see more next time. If you release a clipper or you update a clipper, throw some extra guards in there. There are people who just started off. They're spending a lot of money on a clipper. Some of them don't really know how to cut hair. They need every single guard. Throw them in there. So all in all, when I was using it to cut, and this video that I'm actually recording with my buddy who's got a 1.5 on top all fade, the cut you're seeing now is the literal first cut I did with these clippers, and they worked awesome. I didn't have to use the button to bump up the power because 68 was good enough with that blade. I had no problem cutting that hair off, chopping it right down. The zero gap worked very well. I had no problem getting out that bald guideline, and I did use a pair of Instinct trimmers. So again, very sharp. To take that bald guideline out, you have to have a good set of clippers that are zero gap properly. Boom, perfect, no problem. Battery life. Let's talk about battery life. I thought that was, I feel like it's better than 4 hours. And you know, I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong because it says 4 hours. But when I did a haircut, it used, after 3 cuts, I was only averaging 4% of the battery per cut, which is pretty damn good, which means I can get somewhere around 25 cuts before the battery runs out. You know, if you're thinking of on average, which is huge because I cut 15 a day, right? So it leaves me somewhere around 10 more. And that's if the clipper's not charging on the base. You just go plop it right down and it's charging. Freaking awesome system, I love it. All right, now you know how the ins and outs of the clippers are. You know how well it worked. Let's take a couple minutes and give some appreciation to Mr. Chris Bosio himself. It's someone that I've watched through the years. I've gotten better because of him. You know, he's been doing a lot for the industry. I don't know if he gets enough credit. I'm sure he does, but I like to give him personal credit right now for working as hard as he's worked for so long. It's not easy, you know, and I do this part-time. It's not easy to work at his pace for that long, okay? If everyone could do it, everyone would be doing it, and he's one of the few that stand out that I really want to give credit to. You know, I did end up teaching a class with him years ago during COVID. Pretty cool little story. I remember chatting with him about getting the Babyliss team on YouTube, and we all went through this class and we're talking to people and how easy it was. And my thing was, okay, hey, anybody can do it because I'm doing it. You know, I have a grind for it, but it's not your grind. It's like, you know, I always go back to YouTube no matter what, and I've been doing it for almost 20 years. That was my stance in the class, is saying, hey, if I could do it, you can do it, you know? And I call Bosio up and I'm chatting with him and I'm picking his brain. And as I'm mentioning things, you know, to him, he's picking them apart and kind of saying, hey, this is this, this is that. His brain was very analytical. It's something that I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to know anymore because I'm not on that level, you know? So to see someone with a brain like that, just working away and picking at things and knowing what's good, what's bad, what works. He's like Google Analytics all in his head. It's crazy. I don't know many people like that, right? I will say he is a very smart man, very hard worker. I look up to him, and I'm sure a lot of other people do. So here's your appreciation post, brother. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep your head up. Keep working hard. And even if you stop today, bro, your name is etched in stone, kid. All right, people, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys liked it. Please like, comment, subscribe down below, write something. I'll pin whatever the best comment is. I don't freaking know.